Hey there. Sorry here. Sorry I wasn't able to get to this one yesterday. Just things, got caught up in things in real life. Just didn't get around to it. But I wanted to get this one out to you guys today. And so this is the FF7 locked trial. So only Final Fantasy VII units are allowed in this one. And it's for Tifa's Silver Crowns. So you also get some nice abilities for Neovision Tifa, like she gets the 8x chain cap, like Flaming Ether Rain, and she gets the 150% water amp for herself, which is very, very nice. And her crowns also do some very, very nice upgrades for herself, especially for her Brace Shifted LB, which now becomes 2 hits instead of like the weird 13 hits that didn't chain with anything. Very, very nice. We're going up against a Reaper. It does a mix of physical and magic. There's a bit of RNG, unfortunately, to it. And so hopefully we'll get through this because I'm using Neovision Awakened Barret instead of Neovision Base Barret. And so that makes it a little bit tricky. It means that the team's going to end up taking a lot of magic damage. And if we're really unlucky and the boss does a lot of magic attacks, we might just die immediately. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But we're using Tifa and Cloud to try and get this one done. Full disclosure, I have upgraded Tifa's Brave Shift form. Okay. In her Brave Shift form, I've upgraded this ability, and you should too. By the time you get to level 4, you should have 2 crowns, and it only takes 2 crowns to upgrade this ability. And this gives her lots of Reaper Killer, gives her 2000 flat attack, and it upgrades her Brave Shifted LB to make it much stronger and makes it only 2 hits. Highly recommend that you do that before starting level 4. Tifa also got a leader skill, so make sure you activate that. It's 100% attack and mag for Final Fantasy VII units. Alright, now let's get in here in case this gets screwed up. Alright, first thing we're going to do, Reno's going to do his LB for some breaks. Tifa will go ahead and put a stack on her Brace Shifted LB. Barret's going to do his cooldown cover ability. I'll take the load off your shoulders. Aerith, all Aerith needs to do, we're going to shift first of all into her Brave Shift. Then we'll do Shelga and Protectga for the mitigations. Make sure you've upgraded both of them to +2 so that we get the defense and spirit buffs and the 50% physical and magic mitigations on those, alright? Cloud's going to set up for a burst next turn, so we'll do Elemental Lightning, You're Out of Luck to buff his normal form LB mod, and True Focus Thrust just to have something to do. Now hopefully the boss doesn't spam nothing but magic attacks on here. Physicals are okay, Barret can handle that. Alright, 2 magic, that's fine. The boss does 5 actions per turn, I think, or something like that, and it's a bit random what it does. If it decides to just hit you with like 5 magic attacks, then it's pretty much a wipe. Nothing you can do about that. Alright, now to start this turn, Cloud is going to do his normal form LB, and I'm going to have Aerith chain it up for him to cap. Now Reno has some very important abilities. Alright, hopefully you dumped Silver Crowns in him way back when. You want to have his Awakened Defense Pyramid, which does 50% general mitigation for the party, 150% lightning resist, which is important for Barret to make sure he survives. And then you want Pyramid's Peak Awakened as well for the 88% breaks and the bigger lightning imperil. Now, I'm not going to use this before Cloud does his LB. Okay, because my Cloud is strong enough that I might push the 70% threshold. I don't want to do that yet, because the boss will do a very strong wind magic attack if we push the threshold on this turn. Do not want to do that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is get between 70 and 80% on this turn. If your Cloud's not as strong as mine, you may want to have Reno go ahead and do Pyramid's Peak first and then do his normal form LB. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So let's see how we do. Perfect. Right in between 70 and 80%. That's what I want. Tifa's going to shift. She'll go ahead and do her Star Shower, Unbridled Strength, and Chakra to heal herself. You notice she's much bulkier in her normal form. That's on purpose. Okay. So Reno will do that. Barret can just guard. We just want to make sure Barret doesn't die from all the AoE physicals. So guarding him is the best thing we can do for him. Okay. All right. Now, Cloud looking pretty low, so that's why we've got Lakshmi on Reno. Reno will heal everybody up. Okay. Aerith is going to do Bar Eroga. This is just in case we don't kill the boss next turn, because we want to make sure we're prepared for that big strong wind attack. So Bar Eroga is to buff our wind resistance. Tifa can just do Chakra again, staying in her normal form, which is much bulkier. Cloud will shift and set up for his burst. Fill LB, nothing personal, and elemental burst lightning. Barret can guard again. Now, if the boss again decides to just spam nothing but magic attacks on this turn, there's a chance we could die. I hope that doesn't happen. Wow, 2 magic attacks already, that sucks. Okay. Thankfully, you only did 2. That's good. All right, so now the moment of truth. Are we going to kill the boss? There's a chance we come up short, and that's okay. As long as we're close enough that we can kill on turn 5 and still get all missions. All right. Now, Reno and Barret both have Blue Wave equipped. Okay. Aerith will do her Brave Shifted LB for the buffs. Tifa will shift. All right. Cloud does his LB. All right, so we'll start with Aerith so that everybody gets the buffs, then do Avalanche, Tifa, and Cloud, and then Reno and Barret to build up a chain for them to cap. All right. So Aerith, Cloud, Tifa. All right, that's fine. 2%, perfect. We're in great position. And I think, honestly, Cloud caps at like 10,000, unfortunately. Okay. But you see, we still did well enough that we were able to survive. And now all we have to do is just chain the boss to death, which is easy enough to do. You got to re-imbue Cloud. Oh, we're going to come back to normal form for the bolting strike chains. All right, so re-imbue Cloud, double true focus thrust. Avalanche Tifa will just do triple Chi Trap. Alright, Aerith will just quad Flame Fang. Reno will triple Shock Swipe. Okay? And this should finish off the boss without without issue. Okay? And that'll be our all missions clear. So let's get this one done. All right, there we go. And so that did, let's see, what was that? Almost, the boss has 21 billion HP and we did like 10% right there. So, you know, as long as you're under 10%, you should be able to finish the boss off on that turn, I would think. Okay. Let's see who are the winners. Obviously Cloud, yeah, Cloud doing huge. He is limited by the fact that he can only do, you know, it's a one-hit LB, so it is capped at the damage cap, which is, you know, 9.999 billion, right? So that does kind of limit him, which is why you have to kind of do two bursts with him, and then Tifa kind of brings up the rear. So the boss has 21 billion HP, so Tifa definitely needed there to help out Cloud in getting that extra little bit to get across the line. All right. But that isn't all missions clear for this one to finish getting Tifa's crowns. That's how I got it done. I'm sure there are other ways to do it. That's just the way that I did it. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys, you know, or at the very least entertaining. And I think that's pretty much it for the content out there. If there's anything else you guys would like me to do, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to try some other things for you guys, you know, content-wise. I'm not sure that I can do anything more budget necessarily for these, at least not within the turn limit. I could try a more budget clear of Sephiroth that doesn't include like Flaming Ether Rain. If you really want me to do like a super budget version of like the Genesis fight, but that one's honestly, it's not difficult. You bring Runda covers and gives you guys mitigations for everything, and then you just bring like Golbez to meteor Genesis to death. It's not very difficult. I think I just brought Runda, Esther, and Golbez, and just kept doing meteors until Genesis was dead. So, but if you want me to do a video on Genesis, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Otherwise, I will see you on the other side.